Good afternoon, Ma'am D. So today we are going to talk about sexual hygiene and health. But first, before we go through our lessons, let us first identify some terminologies and define it that we are going to encounter as we go through our lessons. So first you have the health. So when we talk about health, it is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not just merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So it doesn't mean that you don't have any illnesses or infirmity, you already have the health. Of course, we should consider the other factors such as the endurance. Are we eating the right amount or the right food or the healthy food? So that is health. Second one, we have hygiene. So this refers to the behaviors that can improve cleanliness to lead to good health. So when we talk about hygiene, these are the ways that we are doing in order for us to get a good health and cleanliness, such as like hand washing, frequent hand washing, face washing, and bathing with soap and water. Practicing these personal hygienes is very difficult, especially in many areas of the world, and it's all because the lack of water, clean water, and soap. And because of that, inappropriate washing of hands, face and body can spread many illnesses or diseases. Third one, we have sexual health. So this refers to a state of physical, emotional, mental, and social well-being in relation to sexuality. It is not merely the absence of disease, dysfunction, or infirmity, but sexual health requires a positive and respectful approach to sexuality and sexual relationships, as well as the possibility of having pleasurable and safe sexual experiences, free of coercion, discrimination, and violence. For sexual health to be attained and maintained, the sexual rights of all persons must be respected and protected. Next one, we have the reproductive health. So when we talk about reproductive health, this refers to the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of diseases or infirmity in all matters relating to the reproductive system and to its functions and processes at all stages of life. It suggests that people with adequate reproductive health have a satisfying and safe sexual life, can have children, and can make a choice as to whether they would like to have children and when and how to have them. Now that we have defined all of the possible terminologies that we are going to encounter, let's move on to our lesson. So, to start our lesson, let us first define what is puberty. So, puberty is the process of physical maturation where an adolescent reaches sexual maturity and becomes capable of reproduction. So, on average, puberty typically begins between 8 and 13 females and 9 and 14 in males. So, puberty causes all kinds of changes in the adolescent's body, such as Adam's apple for male and breasts for growing of breasts for female. So these bodily changes are a normal part of developing into an adult. There are instances when these changes can be a source of anxiety to the growing teen. Of course, when we are growing, we are conscious, especially among teens. Teens are very conscious about their physical looks, their physical body, so they tend to see every changes that they have in their body. But of course, these changes are pretty normal, and since teens are in a puberty, they tend to disregard the idea that those changes are completely normal. So because of that, it can be a source of anxiety for them. Let's move on to discussing the different changes that can occur during puberty. The first one, we have the oily hair. So the hormones that create an acne are the same ones that can make you feel like you're suddenly styling your hair with a comb dipped in motor oil. So each strand of hair has its own sebaceous or oil gland, which keeps the hair shiny and waterproof. But during puberty, when the sebaceous glands produce extra oil, it can make your hair look too shiny, oily, and greasy. To control this oily hair, you have to wash your hair every day or every other day. So there are dozens of shampoos are available in drugstores and supermarkets for you to choose from. So most brands are pretty similar, although you might want to try one that is specially formulated for oily oil hair. So in doing this, use warm water and a small amount of shampoo to work out a lather. Of course, in washing your hair, do not scrub or rub too hard. So this does not get rid of oil any better and can irritate your scalp or damage your hair. So after you have rinsed, you can follow up with a conditioner if you like. Again, one for oily hair might work best. So when you are styling your hair, always pay attention to the products you use. Some styling gels or lotions can add extra grease to your hair, which defeats the purpose of washing it in the first place. So always look for formulas that say greaseless or oil-free.
When we talk about sweat and body odor, it is normal for everyone to experience such sweating on the armpit, on the foot, and any part of the body, which is we consider as normal. Since human as we are, we can experience it odor. But the thing that we should do, is to keep our body clean. And there are some ways in how to remove, or not totally remove, but minimize the body odor, like it smells bad. So first is we have to take a bath every day, and we have to wear those. And in taking a bath, we also need to use those mild soap and using those warm water so that bacteria will be removed in our body. And in our apparel, like we should always wear clean clothing, wear food socks that is clean, like every day. We have to wear new clothing. So it has been said that your feet and genital might also have new smells. So since every day we can experience some sweatings in our bodies, but especially those people who have hyperhidrosis, they tend to feel excessive sweating in their body, and that is because of the sweat glands. So the only thing that we should do is to keep ourselves clean every day, take a bath every day. If you're concerned about the way your underarm smells, you can try using deodorant. So it is very important, especially for the students, to use deodorant every day, since we have a lot of things to do. So it is possible that it is normal that we are experiencing some sweating every day. So to get rid of those bad smells in our armpit, we have to use deodorant. And antiperspirant actually stop on dry perspiration. So it has been said that they come in stick, rolls, gel, sprays, and cream are available. So we should be able to use those different products. Like we can find it in the drugstore. So that is sweat and body odor. Next is the body hair. Everyone has the body hair. So it has been said that body hair in new places is something you can count on again. There are hormones in your action. So you may want to start shaving some places in your body hair growth. It's up to us. It has been said that it's up to us whether we are going to shave those hair in our body. Like if you use regular razor, make sure the blade is new. So the advice of this is we have to use those things that like the razor. When we are going to shave, when you are going to shave, use those clean razor and make sure that the razor that you are going to use don't have stain or any dirt in it, so that it would help your body to prevent those bacteria that came from those. So now we will be talking about dental hygiene. So it talks about how are we going to take good care of our teeth. So it is important to have this hygienic teeth so that we can have this good breathing, not bad breath. Like in dental hygiene, it is advised that we have to brush our teeth 2 times a day so that it will be clean.
Tips on proper brushing. Dentists say that the minimum time you should spend brushing your teeth is 2 minutes twice a day. Here are some tips on how to brush properly. So the first step, hold your brush at a 45-degree angle against your gum line, like this. And then gently brush from where the tooth and gum meet the clear surface in your throat. Right there. Brushing too hard can cause receding gums, tooth sensitivity, and over time lose teeth. And the second step is that use the same method to brush all outside and inside surface of your teeth. Just like that. The third step, clean the chewing surface for 30 seconds. When it comes to chewing surface of your teeth, use short sweeping strokes. Lift the bristles lightly to ensure you can get into the pits and crevices of your molars. These areas can trap food, particles, and bacteria, making them a hotspot for cavities. Just like this. Okay? Step 4. Focus on front teeth. For the inside surface of your top and bottom front teeth, hold your brush almost vertical. Use back and forth motion with the front part of the brush to effectively clean this area. This technique is particularly important as the front teeth are visible and prone to plaque buildup. And now, for the last steps, don't forget your tongue. Finally, it's essential to clean your tongue and the roof of your mouth using a gentle forward sweeping motion. Brush these areas to remove decay-causing bacteria. This not only helps keep your breath fresh but also contributes to overall oral health. Like this. Remember, by following simple yet effective brushing techniques, you can significantly improve your oral hygiene. And also, a consistent 2-minute brushing routine combined with these tips will help keep your mouth, teeth, and gums healthy. Make proper brushing a habit, and you will enjoy a brighter smile and better dental health for years to come.
Healthcare check for the girls. The recommended time to perform the self-breast exam is a week after the last day of the menstrual period. Because during the menstrual cycle, the levels of estrogen and progesterone rise, breast tissue becomes more tender, and there's a possibility na maswollen ang breast. And it's normal for girls. By performing self-breast exam after our menstrual period helps us to become more aware of our breast normal feel, and we can notice any changes. It is advisable to wash the external genitalia and underarms daily with soap and water, especially during the menstruation period. It is needed to maintain good hygiene to prevent infections. It is because external genitalia and underarms are areas where sweat glands are concentrated, and the sweat has a bacteria. Kapag dumami ang bacteria, it can lead to various infections like vaginal infections, like itching, burning, and discharge and odor. Use either a disposable pad made of cotton which has a nylon base or a clean piece of cotton cloth to absorb blood during menstruation. During our menstruation, we can use disposable pads and reusable cloth pads. We can use disposable pads and reusable cloth pads. Sa disposable pads, mas convenient siya kasi pagkatapos mong gamitin, pwede mo na lang itapon. But sa bulk pads, may mga chemicals like bleach, fragrance, and plastics na nakaka-irritate ng mga sensitive skin. While sa reusable cloth pads are made from natural fabrics like cotton. Properly dispose of the pad after each use, or wash and dry the piece of cloth used as a menstrual pad before reuse. Of course, after we use our napkin, itatapon natin ito sa basurahan at hindi sa toilet or isuksok ng kung saan-saan. And also, sa mga gumagamit ng reusable cloth pads, syempre, lalabhan muna bago gamitin ulit. Wash only the external genitalia. Do not try to clean the inside part of the vagina. So the right way in washing the external genitalia is just in the outside part, because the vagina is self-cleaning and it should not be washed internally or inside. Using harsh soaps like atong mga koji, using harsh soaps can disrupt the natural balance of bacteria in the vagina, or there is a possibility na magka-infection. While washing, wash starting from the vagina towards the anus. Do not wash from the anus towards the vagina. This will allow germs to enter the inner genitalia easily and cause infection. So, when washing the external genitalia, always wash from the front towards the back to prevent the transfer of bacteria from the anus to the vagina, which can cause infections. Beware of abnormal fluids from your vagina. Do not confuse this with normal vaginal fluids. It is normal to have some vaginal discharge, which can vary in color, consistency, and odor depending on your menstrual cycle. And also, there is abnormal discharge, like discharge that is in color green, yellow, or gray. And also the fishy odor. Healthcare check for the male. Keeping the external male genitalia clean. First, wash the external genitalia at least daily with soap and water, as you wash the rest of the body. Regular cleaning of the external genitalia is needed and important in order to remove the sweat, bacteria, and other potential irritants that can accumulate and cause infections, like washing at least once daily with soap and water. It is very recommended and needed. If you are washing your external genitalia, use a mild, unscented soap and warm water to gently wash the external genitalia and the surrounding area. And in washing, you need to avoid harsh soaps or scrubbing because it can cause irritate in the sensitive skin. Boys who are not circumcised need to gently retract the foreskin or the skin covering the tip of the penis and wash underneath it thoroughly with a clean water to ensure the proper hygiene and to prevent the accumulation of the smegma or the cheesy substance that can build up under the foreskin, and that can cause infection. If you see any abnormal fluid or want, please visit a health professional. So, if you notice any abnormal fluids or wands on your penis or in your external genitalia, it is needed or much better to consult to a doctor or other healthcare professional immediately.